Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy AP, and I am finally back. Hopefully for a long time, but I feel like I say that every time I take a break off. So, anyways, today we got a Cavs connection video slash podcast, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but that's what we're doing. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna talk about. I'll go through my I guess end of season review of the team. Okay. Obviously, historical season for us. There was a lot of good, way more good than bad, I would say, even taking the loss to the Pacers. I think there is changes that need to be made, and I think we've noticed that from the postseason, obviously. Um, but I'll get into that a little later. Hold on. So my review of the regular season and the playoffs, I'll grading wise, I'll give it a B plus A minus. Okay, and that's basically only off the strength of the regular season. Playoffs, the first round, I'm not even considering like, oh yeah, well that was positive. We 4-0'd them. Like that team was bad. The Heat was bad. Okay, the Heat was really, 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 really bad. Okay. Now, if they had Jimmy and we beat them in four, then that's a little different. Even if Jimmy's playing a bad series, having bad series, it's still you could take that as something good. I wasn't really too worried about the Heat at all. Not saying that in a cocky way, just like they weren't that good of a team, bro. We were supposed to do that. Every team in the playoffs should have done that to them. They were a 10 seed for a reason. Anyways, so we beat them in four, and then the Pacers. After game one, I wasn't worried. After probably, I still wasn't even worried down 2-0 either because we should have went to Indy 1-1, and then that stupid weird game where we were down 41 at one point shouldn't have happened. Like even if that hit did happen, I'm saying it wouldn't have been that big of a deal because we would only been down 2-1, and then we still could have won game four. So I wasn't really when I really like gave hope is when we lost by 40. Well, we didn't lose by 41, but we were down by 41 and we went down 3-0. But no, I'm not. My point, I'm wrong in that order completely. If we won that game and Tyrese Halliburton hit that game winner in game two, we're we tie like we're 2-1 in the season. You know what I'm saying in the series because then we won the first game in Indy. So that's my fault. I got that mixed up. So when I really started to lose hope was when we lost that game and went down 3-1 in the second game in Indy when we went down 41 at halftime. That's when I started to give up hope. Just because you can kind of tell Darius wasn't himself. You could tell he was not moving and cutting the way he normally does. With obviously, I'm not saying there was no excuse. I don't like to really give injuries an excuse because that's a game of basketball. You have to play through them. If you're on the court, you have to play through them. I get that, but you could just tell it affected him. And Donovan Mitchell wore down his body way too much in the first. I once again, it sounds like I'm saying excuses. It's not. We didn't play tough. We didn't play to our best standards. We didn't play good defense. We were missing rotations, all that. So like, I'm not saying it's a oh well this happened. That's everything. If something bad happens, you can point out a few things like, well, if that changed, no shit. Okay, obviously. So no excuses. We were a little banged up. We still should have been in that series. Okay, we should have won the series still. But after game four is when I really started giving hope and went down 3-1 because that was just they just seemed depleted. I don't know. Like Evan just wasn't even there really. He actually I think game four he was the only one that really had a good game besides Donovan. But I'm pretty sure this was a couple weeks now. Well, my brain makes it feel like it's a year ago because I want it to be over with. But if I'm not mistaken, game four, Evan had a really good game and Donovan had a good game, or maybe that was game five. I don't know when we went back to Cleveland. But Donovan had a good game, but he wasn't like shooting the ball well. I just think he had like 16 points off the free throw line, so he almost had 40 points, some crazy shit like that. And Evan, I think, had 23 and something, whatever. But B plus, I feel like is a fair grade, mostly off the strength of the regular season. Uh, Now trades and people to be traded. So I'm pretty sure the people we can say that is 100% off limits is Evan Mobley. Okay. And at this point, not at this point, kind of always been since he got here, is Donovan Mitchell. Evan and Donovan are kind of off the table. Okay. Now, I would love to also say that Jared Allen and Darius Garland are off the table, but I don't think that is the case anymore. From what I'm seeing on Twitter and just like reports and all this stuff. If I had to choose, and I mean this with the most love in the entire world because I love this dude to death, and I love him on the Cavs. But if I were to choose, I would want Jared Allen to be traded. And my reasoning is because this isn't like a downplay of what he's done and like at like can't do for us, I guess. But like it's not really a downplay. But Jared Allen is a defensive big man that can catch we can find that again, you know what I'm saying, in a lower level player. Not saying he doesn't deserve the money that he's got. He was an all-star for us. Like I'm not saying like he's like just a throwaway center. Like that's not what I mean. But the like if I'm choosing him or Darius Garland, and I also reports are saying that they might go together, and I'm gonna be real sad. But anyways, that's my point. Um, but Jared Allen is more replaceable than Darius Garland, and that's a fact. It sounds like I don't want to just say flat out that Jared is replaceable, but he's more replaceable than Darius Garland, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm not saying Darius Garland's not replaceable. Obviously, there's certain people that could replace Donovan Mitchell too, but obviously that's a whole nother conversation that hopefully we'll never have to run into. But I'm just saying Jared Allen is way more replaceable than Darius Garland. And I guess there was not reports. I saw this thing on Twitter. It was a stats of Evan Mobley's. I think he played 1,000 or 11,000. Oh, not 11,000. 1,000 or 1,100 minutes with Jared Allen. And actually, I'll just pull it up real quick, and I'll shout out on Twitter who it was, because why not? Oh, okay. I don't see that. I'm sorry, but okay. Oh, and also to what I'm saying, Jared Allen plays better without Evan Mobley also. So I'll get to his stats in a second. So Evan Mobley, oh wow, this is just everyone's. Okay, so Evan Mobley with Jared Allen is 1,000 minutes, and without is 1,100 minutes. So with him, he's got 19.8 points, 3.6 assists, 9.8 rebounds. I won't get into too much of the um deep in the statistics. I'll just tell you those. And then without Jared Allen, he's averaging 24 points, 4 assists, and 12 rebounds. I get it's not the craziest jump. Like the points, I guess, is almost 5 points. Assists, not really. Rebounds is 2 basically, so it's not that crazy either. But it's still a jump. And obviously, saying 19 and 9 doesn't sound as good at like 24 and 12 sounds way better than 19 and 9. Obviously, I get that's semantics, but you know what I'm saying. So now Jared Allen with Evan Mobley, same minutes, obviously. Without him, he's played 1,200, not 1,100. But with Evan Mobley, he's averaging 14 points, 2.3 assists, and 10.9 rebounds. And then without Evan, he's averaging 19.8 points, 2.7 assists, and 13.9 rebounds. He's averaging 20 and 14 without Evan Mobley. Now, defensively, I don't have the statistics for that. Defensively, yes, obviously they probably I can't I hate saying probably when I don't have the stats and like to because then I just sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. So I don't want to say for sure, but like defensively, yes, they probably have better individual stats, but our defensive rating and stuff like that's probably better with both of them on the court. Da, 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 da. Can't say that for sure. I'm just saying. But offensively, just from what I told you, like that is a big jump, especially for Jared Allen without Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley still has a jump. Like they get more offensive responsibilities when the other one's not in, though. So like that's a given almost. You know what I'm saying? But it's something to take into consideration, I guess. And then someone also did Evan Mobley. Oh, geez. What the hell? All right. Evan Mobley just plays better when he's by himself. I don't get this. Evan Mobley with Darius Garland is 1,100 minutes, and without is 990 minutes. With Darius, he's averaging 9.8 points and 9.5 rebounds and 3.5 assists. And without Darius, he's having 24.5 points, 4.1 assists, and 12.7 rebounds. And then with with Donovan Mitchell is 1,700 minutes, and without Donovan was 400 minutes. With Donovan Mitchell, he's averaging 21.3, 3.5 assists, 10.8 rebounds, and without, he's averaging 24.5, 5 assists, and 11.6 rebounds. So the more I'm reading this, though, I'm sorry if you guys didn't like that rant of statistics thrown at you, but the more I'm like reading that out and stuff like that, that really just says that like when those people are out, everyone gets more responsibilities. Obviously, I mean more. Well, yes, responsibilities, but more offensive responsibilities. So that's a clear like If they didn't go up, that'd be scarier. You know what I'm saying? If Evan Mobley's points did not go up without Darius Garland, without Evan Mobley, I mean, Evan Mobley is Evan Mobley, without Darius Garland, without Donovan Mitchell, without Jared Allen, if his numbers didn't go up when those guys were off the court, that means Evan Mobley isn't going to be good or is not good now. You know what I'm saying? Plain simple. He's should like when those players are out, he's taking more offensive responsibility. So his rebound should go up because he doesn't have another 7-footer on the court with him. If Donovan Mitchell's not on the court, Darius Garland's on the court, he's gonna have to score more if we want to win games. So it's like those stats, I kind of get why people are using them to like say, oh well, Evan plays better without Jared, and Evan's the guy to keep. So get rid of Jared. I get it. It's not totally wrong, but it's also it's definitely deeper than just saying, oh, well, these stats he plays better without him. It's like there's definitely more that goes into it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not super into statistics. I'm trying to like. I don't really want to be that guy either that always has statistics, but I'd be kind of happy if I was the guy be like, well, this guy's plus minus and his defensive net rating when he's on and off the court is 17. Like, I would love to be able to throw that at you, but I don't know if I'll ever be that. So I'm not really a statistics guy, but I'm more of my opinion guy. So with that being said, too, I think what we should do, and this is not me even seeing any reports. This is not me seeing anything at all. So what I'm about to say is either you guys are about to be like, wow, this guy's a genius, or you're about to say, wow, why the fuck is this guy on my screen? Okay. So Jared Allen, we need another big, okay, in the trade. I feel like if we're gonna keep Darius Garland too, if we're gonna keep Darius Garland, we can't trade Jared Allen and get a guard. It just doesn't make any sense. So you package Darius Garland with Isaac and or like I don't know. Okay, I'm not getting too deep into it. I don't know, but pack him with Isaac and get a guy that can shoot a little bit, but he's just a lob threat who gets rebounds. That makes sense. So, wow, I can't think of anybody on top of my head right now. Wow, guys, this is bad. This is bad. Guys, I'm trying. A center that can shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna not do this to myself and to you guys to make me think. Where I have to think for 20 minutes. Basically, package those two guys and get a center that's relatively young. Doesn't have to be fucking 21, but under the age of 26, I feel like is very doable. A guy that can kind of shoot threes. He doesn't have to be 50. He doesn't have to be 40% 3-point shooter, but he's not afraid to take them, and he can make at least 35% of them. I feel like that's fair to ask. Even 32 at this point, because Jared doesn't take them. And Ice, I love Ice to death. Don't want Isaac Core to go either, but what? Come on, guy. You gotta bump it up a little bit on the offensive end. Anyways, get a center who can, like I said, kind of shoot 32 to 35%, rebound the hell out of the ball. Probably not going to be as good as Jared Allen, but he needs to rebound the hell out of the ball and set good screens because that's a good thing that Jared does too. And then what was the second? Oh, he's got to be a lob threat for Donovan and Darius. He's got to be. Defense, if he has all those things, if he's a lob threat, not saying he's going to be good at defense, but be average at defense, especially when you have Evan. I have heard reports that people want to trade Jared and get a power forward and move Evan to the 5. That also really depends on schemes and what Evan is comfortable with. If he wants to play the 5, then hell, if he's ready, he wants to do it, he's gonna have to bulk up a little bit more. But go do it, and we'll get you a 4 or whatever. And also, kind of going off track, not really. DeAndre Hunter needs to be in the starting lineup. Max Strus, I love you, bro. I love you, and I never want you off this team. Okay, I want you to be a Cavalier till the end of time, till you can't play basketball anymore. I want you to be a Cavalier, but it just doesn't make any sense to have 6'1", 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2". Would they say 6'3"? I'm pretty sure Donovan Mitchell's 6'1". Darius Garland's like 6 foot. 1, 2, and then have the 6'4", 6'5" guy and Max Strus at the 3. And I get our defensive scheme and stuff like that kind of lets us be a little shorter on the 3 side. No, put DeAndre Hunter at the 3. Let him play with them. Let him play more minutes. Just he needs to get there. Okay, he needs to be at that starting spot for sure. Yeah, and also if you guys want to help me in the comments, put down below about this second apron and all this money salary shit and just educate me a little bit because I am a little touched when it comes to trying to learn this stuff. I don't know if it's a lack of interest or if I'm just not 100% okay up here. But let me know what you guys thought of my review, I guess, and opinions on this 2024-2025 Cavaliers season. Yeah, it's been your that's a different language. It's been your boy AP. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and sub if you haven't, because that helps me. You know, it does. Hopefully, I'm back for good. Like I said, I'm AP. Deuces.